Hey guys, it's Rachel Youngson here from useplr.com and wholefoodplr.com. I am talking to you today. We're going to create an eCover so that if you get a PLR package, well, one of the easiest ways to make a PLR package unique to yourself and give it your own style, so to speak, is to create a new eCover for it. And when you create it, you can, put your name on it, you can change the graphics, you can make it look like something totally different than what you originally bought. Now, granted, most PLR packs that have reports and whatnot come with the covers already. Not all do, but most do. And that's great, but sometimes depending on how visible the ebook or report is, sometimes folks prefer to just change that eCover. And it's a great way, again, to quickly make it unique to you. So here I am. You're going to watch me do this. I have just finished a report for the Whole Food PLR site. It's a report on whole food and depression. Just throwing that out there. And now I'm getting ready to make an eCover. So what I'll do is I'll go over here to fotolia.com. And you can see the website name is us.fotolia.com. But if you want to remember it a little bit easier, you can go to racheladmires.me/FOTOLIA. So racheladmires.me/Fotolia. So anyway, from this site, you'll see that this is a site that has royalty-free images. This is a great site. One of my favorite things about this site is obviously that it's royalty-free, but also it's well worth the investment you pay when you use this site, which I actually find a little bit easier, because if you pay for something, then it's, pictures can sometimes be a little bit of a sticky situation. But if you're paying for a picture, then, for me, it raises my level of comfort that, okay, I am allowed to use this picture. I am allowed to do this or that with this picture. Plus, they advertise it's royalty-free right here on their homepage. So when you go over here, the first thing that you would do is create an account. I already have an account. Yes, I love my lovely user ID here. A great thing about this site is that it has many, many, many images. So for now, I am going to be looking at, sorry, let me go ahead and close my email here. So for now, I'm going to be looking at depression and depression-themed pictures. So let's see, I'm going to go type in healing depression, because I don't really want an image that's just about depression, and I don't want an image that's just about whole foods. I want something that shows that you're being relieved of depression, or you're coming out of depression. So as you can see here, I have 23 pages worth of stuff to sort through, which is great. And if you hover over it, it'll all pop up. This is what I'm going to use right over here. One thing that you always want to look for in your pictures, you always want to make sure that the actual image is over on the right-hand side a little bit more. And the reason is because when you create an ebook or an eCover, sometimes it'll wrap around the binding of the image, the eCover image that you're creating. There are ways to alleviate that and resize it, but that's my program. That's the way that I do it with my program, but I don't know that all programs will let you resize it. So for the purpose of only having to do it once, I always make sure that the image that I'm using has a nice background and has the image itself over on towards that right-hand side. So as you know, this is the image I'm selecting, and yes, I did do a little bit of scoping beforehand, so I knew this was what I wanted. So once you gather something, then you can either add it to You can add it to your light box, which I guess you can't do it over here. I guess you'd have to do that back here. Yeah, see this little star here? You can add it to your light box, which is basically like adding it to your favorites so that you have it when you want it later. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and just buy it. So a small one is 3 credits. You buy everything here by credits. I just spent roughly $15 for 10 credits. So I would always recommend not getting the extra small. I'd always recommend getting the small or even the medium and large, because it's much easier to shrink a picture than it is to expand a picture and keep the quality. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to the cart. All right, and so now that it's here, all I have to do is download it. You have your standard license here. So what can I do? I can illustrate, I can modify. I cannot reproduce it more than 500,000 times, which is okay, but except for website illustrations. And I can use it in advertising and commercial documents. So you're covered here, and this is basically your proof that you're covered. So I'm going to go ahead and download this. I'm going to do an immediate download. Actually, I'll open in browser. Okay, well maybe I'm lying. Maybe I won't open in browser. Let's try that again. Let's add to cart, view cart, download. Immediate. There's no file in the trunk. Okay, well, there we are. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with that. So then, of course, you'll save the image as, and I usually just throw it over here on my desktop. And I'll put something like healing depression. It's not a bad idea to keep the file names right around. Yeah, it sounds like something's going to blow up, right? But it's just my timer. Sorry about that. But it's not a bad idea to keep the file names with something that will tell you, okay, well, this is what the picture is. And the reason is because, you know, when you're dealing with just a few pictures, that's fine. But over the next few months, you may have, you know, 75, 100 pictures that you've been using on your blogs and on other places. And if you want to reuse any pictures, it's much easier to type in something like heart or depression or, you know, some type of a buzzword like that into that search bar in your computer and find these files that you've already paid for. Take it from me, because I did not rename mine, and now I have to go back and rename all of them. And I never kept them in one place, which is another stupid move that I did on my part. Okay, so now I have the image. Now here's my vision for this. I would like for, I think this red would be very pretty over here in the background. So I want the color of this red to match the color of the words that I write on this cover. So now I need to figure out, well, what shade of red is this? So here's what we'll do. I have this nifty free tool called GIMP. It's G-I-M-P, and it's got this adorable little dog here. So I'll go and I'll open this up, and we will go to the desktop. We will find the image that we just grabbed, Healing Depression, right here. Now, the only thing that I'm going to do in GIMP, you can do lots of cool stuff in GIMP, but I'm GIMP illiterate, so the only thing that I'm going to do is use this color picker right here, and then I am going to tap on this red, and then you'll see it comes down here, but that still doesn't tell me what the code of the color is. So then I'll click on that box, and there we have this HTML notation. This I'm going to copy, and I'll throw it into a notepad, or I'll throw it into a sticky note, and that way I have it. So then we'll close out of GIMP, and now Can you hear the plane that's flying overhead? It's pretty fascinating. Okay, so now we're going to go to another site called PicMonkey.com. And this is going to allow us to upload the picture and write the wording on the picture that we want to see. So that site is PicMonkey.com. You can also go to racheladmires.me/PicMonkey, PicMonkey.com. So from PicMonkey, you'll see that it has like start a free trial and free trial over here. You don't need any of that. You can actually just click edit, and then we'll go back and we will find our document, which will be down here. All right, now we want to grab some text. So we're going to use this little T here. There's all of these different, you have all of these different selections here. I usually, just to keep up with the current theme on the site, I usually use this Comica text, Comica or whatever. All right, so we're going to add text, and we want our color to be the same red. So we're going to highlight this, where all of these zeros are, and we'll go back to our little sticky pad, copy. Go over here, highlight it again, and paste, and click anywhere in here, and you should be good. Then we're going to move this box out of the way, move it over here, I guess, so we can get away from that advertisement. Move this up. The turkey. I didn't save. We'll get it to save, don't worry. Okay, so healing depression with whole food. All right, so first thing we want to do is make this a little bit bigger. Sorry, we'll go ahead and highlight this. That'll help. And let's see here. Let's go to 64 maybe. Or maybe 48. And then we'll drag our box. Drag it over. Put it right above that heart. Highlight it again. Let's try making it a little bit bigger. That's a great size right there. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we have this, but we're going to want to make that red of the heart match the background. Actually, you know, this black doesn't look too bad here either, but because I already said that I was going to make it match, I'm going to kind of follow through with that. But anyway, so we're going to copy, and we're going to hope that it decides not to be stubborn this time. So we will highlight, go over here and paste, and enter. There it is. That's the magic ingredient. Oh my gosh, that actually looks horrible. Nope, that looks bad too. Okay, well then we are just going to make that black, my friends. But the good news is you know what to do if you ever decide to do it, to change the color. Alright, so there we go. Healing depression with Whole Foods. So now we have sorry about that. I'm waiting for a call from somebody. Anyway, so now we have this, and it's time to save. So we'll just go right up here, and we'll save our masterpiece, just like that cute little guy says. Alien depression with. And that's a JPEG. The reason I changed this file name is because I want to be sure that I don't overwrite the blank image, the image that I originally bought without the wording. I don't want to overwrite that. So now we're going to go ahead and save to your computer. I'll just go ahead and throw that on the desktop. All right. And now we are going to create a second video where we're going to walk through my favorite tool to turn this into an eCover. So stay tuned for that. It's just going to be a minute.